to introduce two men who've totally dominated this tournament for a decade, and here they go again. The crowd cannot wait for another instalment in this epic rivalry. This could be sensational this afternoon. Please welcome, arguably the greatest player the modern game has ever seen. He won the first of his 5 Masters titles 21 years ago, and he's still going strong. 5 times a champion of the world. Blink and you'll miss him. The Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan. His opponent, a player who has also thrived in this tournament. 5 finals, 3 titles. He completed snooker's Triple Crown when he won the world title 2 years ago. He's the current world #1. He's the jester from Leicester, Mark Selby.
There, that is for the winner on Sunday night, and
thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be
Put your cameras and
fascinating
phones
to
away,
see
please.
how this
Thank you.
starts off. And Ronnie has won the toss.
The first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
And he's going to get this opening frame underway. That's a much better break-off shot against Liang Wenbo. He hit the blue on a couple of occasions. Of course, it was Mark Williams I meant to refer to when Ronnie caught the blue on a couple of occasions. So this is a tough half chance, it has to be said.
Yeah, the key, of course, and the key question is, has Ronnie shaken off the cobwebs against, and he showed probably against Mark Williams. Of course, he's been out of the game since the World Championship, and it's not the greatest safety shot he's played. He refused the pot on the red, which is a surprise in itself, but playing a good shot there, and a half chance now for Mark Selby.
One.
The black may look as if it's tied up, but there is one shot on Mark. Already I've seen that. If he can get on the red above the black in such a way, he could pot that and move the other one out of the way, but I'm not sure if he can get up to that red from the brown. He might just be able to miss the yellow. In fact, he's changed his mind. No, he's got the angle, and I think he's dropped on that perfectly. He can now pot this red and free the black with a little cannon there.
5.
So the yellow wasn't in the way.
Yeah, and should he execute this shot that you mentioned, then this will certainly open things up. Oh, he doesn't want the red to cover
6.
the black, and wow.
Well, the pink will come to his rescue, but a little bit unlucky there.
Well, he pot the pink, but will the pink spot? If the pink spots, it will certainly block the red to the left corner pocket. Oh. For a sign of nerves. For a sign of nerves. And the crowd react. A little bit concerned with the knot and the tie. Of course, it's ordinary ties in the afternoon, Dennis, and sometimes the knot, it does get in the way of the cue, doesn't it, as opposed to the dicky bow.
One.
Well, we used to wear a normal tie many moons ago, and then they changed to wearing bow ties all the time because some of the matches, you know, they were played in the afternoon, but, you know, shown in the evening, and that was the reason we wore bow ties. But, I don't know when they changed back to this, couple of seasons ago, where they wear normal ties.
Nine.
He started off a bit slow against Mark Williams in his last match, but in the middle of the game he certainly found his form. Let's see what sort of form he's in here. Important for both players to stamp their authority early on in
16.
this match.
$17.
Just come back a little bit further than he wanted. When you play that type of shot with a little cannon, it's difficult to judge the pace. It's just gone a little further than he wanted. So, good pot, good cannon needed. Might just be okay. The one at the back of the little
24.
triangle for reds, he can just get to that one.
Yeah, and he'll be just brushing off the bottom of the pack, probably bringing another one into play.
25.
Just lost the cue ball again. Nothing goes into the left centre. There we can see he's coming around to have a look. Only the bottom red. That's pretty good. Excellent, in fact. And that was the only red he could get on. The one just directly above the black that will go into the left centre. He couldn't have played that much better.
$33. $40. $41.
No, that was a lovely shot. And again, not only potting the red, but just watch the red. And he just kissed off it, just brought that into play and nudged another one at the bottom of the four into play as well. So
48.
This is the key shot coming up here. He's got a cannon the red again. Now that red may block the blue.
49.
I think the yellow goes, if the yellow goes past the green, he's okay. I think the blue will still pass that red, but he may elect the yellow. We know that Ronnie's doing very well.
51.
Mark
52.
missing that pink in the middle pocket. Looks as if it's going to cost him this opening frame. That was the one. He was unlucky not to be on the black when he freed it. And there's a gentleman who knows a little bit about the game of snooker. Jimmy White's been here from the start. Great pals with Ronnie.
$58.
oh, it's just come short of the blue. He's 52 points ahead. Blue will be 57. 59 left on the table, so he's going to need one more red here. So red to secure the first frame. There's a bit of pressure on this.
63.
A bit of pressure on that one. Now, where's the red going to finish? Where's the red going to finish? He knew that was frame ball, didn't he? And it's just a little bit more pressure than he wanted.
This red does cut in. It's a thin one, but up until that, the break was superb.
He can cut the red in, Dennis, but he's going to need a pink or higher. That's why he's having a look to see there's a pink past the yellow into the corner pocket. He may even have to try and, well, if it does go past the yellow, which it does, there you go, he may try and get on it into that yellow pocket.
Thank you.
He's on it nicely.
1.
But he's going to need this pink, Dennis, and 3 reds, 3 blacks. It's a tall order.
Well, what an opening frame this could be. Ronnie was just one pot away from securing it.
Oh, this looks pretty good. I'd like to be a bit straighter on this red, but it's okay.
7.
You can drop it in. You can miss the 2 reds. And you can get on the black. Yeah, I wanted to be a little bit straighter, but I think you can pot the red and just miss the reds, hit off the cushion, and still be on the black. Don't forget, he needs 3 reds, 3 blacks.
8.
He's got a tricky little shot, but he can get to the 2 reds. They're available into the left corner, but he needs a little touch aside to pot this black and drop in behind them. Well, just change your plan. Maybe he would need a little bit too much side on that shot I suggested, but he's got to get over to the right side of those 2 reds, that's for sure. And he hasn't got the required side, and he didn't seem to hit it hard enough.
Yeah, a little bit tentative, wasn't he? He was making sure of the black. That was his primary concern, and just didn't really hit it enough and get enough side spin to get it by those reds and have those 2 reds into the left-hand corner pocket. So a reprieve for Ronnie O'Sullivan. And you see 42 behind. There's Vicky, Max Selby's wife, in the middle. Looks on. Always supporting them.
Yeah, you can see his tie there. He's had to pull it to the side because it obviously was putting him off. You know, he's usually immaculate, is Mark Selby, but I could just play away from it, being touching.
Mark Selby, 15.
Well, that was an excellent shot. A lot of club players would have just tried to put that into the bulk area, but he knew anywhere around that yellow pocket, the blue was a cover for those 2 reds. Very, very clever shot indeed from Max Selby. Ronnie O'Sullivan must hit these reds because he has the advantage that Max Selby needs 2 reds, 2 blacks, so he doesn't want to give the 4 points away.
Be interesting to see what pace he plays this at. Yeah, I think he chose the right shot to hit it hard and hopefully disturb something, but
Foul.
that makes quite a difference. As Ken said, he doesn't have to take 2 reds and 2 blacks now, so all of a sudden it's anyone's frame here. I think Ronnie's idea was good, just hit it hard and hope to knock something a bit safer, a red up the other end of the table, but he misjudged the escape.
Yeah, Mark. Foul.
Oh, he could leave a
Miss.
free ball here.
And the free ball.
Yeah, he's left the free ball.
Mark
now,
Selby 4.
probably put him back, Mark Selby, because the yellow is not straightforward into the right centre. And these points are adding up, and it's certainly going to make Mark Selby's job a lot easier should he get a chance at a pot of a red.
Mark. Foul. And a miss.
You can see what he's trying to do, can't you,
Mark
Dennis?
Selby,
It's a
5.
tough shot, isn't it?
He's got to just glance off the reds, and as I say, once he missed the first escape, it turned the whole frame around, really. And all of a sudden, you'd have to say that Mark Selby's favourite for this first frame. Now, can he get enough side just to flick the reds on the way back? No, even further away this time.
Foul.
And
A
this
miss.
could play an important
ball.
part in this match, because Ronnie looked in
Mark Selby,
terrific
4.
form. If he knocks that one red in, we'd already been halfway through the second frame. As it is, Mark Selby's quite happy to keep having this put back.
Okay, Mark.
He's got to get closer with the cue ball to the pocket to get that side. And just clip the reds on the back. This looks a bit better. Oh,
Foul. And a miss. Mark Selby
he's
5.
getting closer. But he really needs to, he's almost got to swerve around the blue and just get really close to this bottom right-hand corner pocket. It's just not getting enough side on the ball.
You see, if he hits this full ball, he's handing the frame to Mark. That's why he's just trying so hard to just glance off it. You see, he could swerve around the blue, but that he'd stick them up if he played that shot. So let's see if he can get it this time. He's got more side on it this time.
That's a shot. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, he just got the side required, and it's not too bad, but it's left Mark Selby a half chance, Dennis.
I'm just looking to see if he's got an angle to pot this, come off the cushion out onto the black. This could be a frame winner. I think he may have to play it that way. I'm not quite sure.
1.
Not straightforward. A little bit of angle to work with. He's got a choice.
8.
It's a cut back. I think he can cut it in. If it's too thin, he can just run in behind the pink, but that looks as if it will cut. No, it's not there.
Mark Selby 8.
He missed a pink in the middle pocket, and then that one, although that wasn't straightforward. One good long pot, as we show you the miss again. But this isn't a gimme either.
What a shot he played there. Wow. What a shot that was. Not only the pot, but have a look at the control of this. Oh, that is top drawer.
Funny enough, when he played Mark Williams at the interval, Mark was saying, doesn't he hit the ball so
8.
well? I mean, that...
10.
So Mark has missed a trick there. It would have been quite a frame to have pinched.
13.
Yeah, and it's a frame, Dennis, that would have really hurt Ronnie, wouldn't it? Because he had it in the bag, missed one ball, and gave all those points away in the fouls. But he's got out of it, Ronnie. But
17.
what a pot on the red. Worth to win any frame, wasn't it?
22.
Yeah, it's worth another look. I mean, the screw and control he had on that was magnificent. So we want
28.
a lot
first
more
frame.
of this. And
Ronnie
Ronnie
O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan had an earlier break of 63 almost lost the frame, but in the end, he'll be delighted. He leads 1-0.
Hendry against Walden as incredible cueing. So he's certainly come here on a hot streak of form. Let's see how this one goes. Frame 2.
Yeah, you never want to catch the blue from the break-off shot, but he hasn't left anything. Yeah, there was a little gesture as they showed that shot again when Ronnie knocked the last red in to get on the black. And Mark Selby was in his seat, and this was Mark's gesture. Watch this here, as if to say, what a shot that was. That was nice to see.
Yeah, because a lot of players would have played that just with topspin, that red, gone back up for a ball colour. Now, big shot from Mark into the pack with the red. Try and stay on the black.
One.
He's very unlucky there. Didn't get the top spin to stay on the black, but you would have expected to be on a ball colour. But just look where the red has come. It's blocked the path for any of the green or brown, or even possibly the blue. So just a safety shot now. Yeah, going back to that red that Ronnie played. A lot of players would have played that with topspin, then it's gone back up for a ball, but the control to hold for the black was superb cueing.
Mark Selby, 1.
You see it there now. You could have played that shot and made it a lot easier by playing it with topspin, gone up with blue, pink, or any of the ball colours. The holder for the black is magnificent. Doesn't want this to bounce too high off this black cushion as we look, because I think the red just below the black, well, if that doesn't pot, certainly the one above it does. Now you see it's quite tight, but it does pot.
Bit unlucky. You're never sure where they're going to go when you're canning into the reds like that. He was hoping that he got a second kiss there, otherwise the white might have headed a bit further up the table. So it's made it a difficult table now. We might have a little bit
Mark Selby, 1.
tipping and tapping here with the two reds up the other end of the table. There's no safety zone.
I think a re-rack is in order, Dennis. What do you think? I think both players won't like this type of tipping about. I think we might see a little nod to the referee in a couple of shots' time if they continue to play this.
No, I think that's solved it now. You can possibly get in behind the black here and put Ronnie in a spot of bother.
Well, has he left the red to the left centre? Only having a look. Well, can he swerve it? If he's not on it directly, you can just play a little swerve. Good pot, and that's a very uncharacteristic mistake from Mark Selby, it has to be said. One of the best safety players in the game, but big mistake. What will it cost him?
Yeah, I think the fact that Mark had the the butt of the cue up in the air and striking down on it, it's difficult to control that delicate little shot that he tried in behind the black. This was it here. You see, it's so easy. Just hit it a little harder, and on these lively cloths, that can happen. So as Ken said, now a terrific chance for Ronnie in this second frame.
Eight. Nine. Sixteen. Thanks. 17.
And there's Patsy Fagan as well. He's got his earpiece in. He's always at the Masters, Patsy. In fact, he's doing a bit of coaching with Jimmy a couple of seasons ago. Former UK champion. Kevin Kelly right next to him, who looks after Jimmy.
23. $24. $31.
Played that cannon very nicely. Back up for a ball colour now. And as you see, those
32.
reds now around the pink, all open. So far, taking these very, very nicely. Looks to be in better form and a lot sharper already this afternoon than he
36.
was against Mark Williams. Found a bit of form in the middle of that match.
37.
Was 4-2 down the course. Produced a couple of centuries. He's looking pretty good. I wasn't happy with his performance, of course. He never is he? But he certainly looks a lot better this afternoon, Dennis.
40.
Yeah, I didn't think he did a
41.
lot wrong against Mark. He started very well, and then Mark started to play quite well. But in the end, I thought Ronnie's performance was terrific. And if you make a couple of centuries in a 60-odd, you've got to be cueing well.
43. $44.
Wiped its feet. Just looked like he was going to hit the near draw.
$51.
So just this red and another colour. Oh, well, he hit the near draw on the last one.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
He certainly hit the near draw, but
51.
this time stayed out.
Isn't it amazing, Ken? He looked round at the scoreboard there and just seen that he only needed a red in colour, and I think it took his concentration away. I mean, what a miss. Similar to the opening frame. Mark Selby a chance to... Well, he's given himself a good telling off there, is Ronnie.
Yeah, that will really annoy him. Particularly frame ball. He nearly missed the previous red into the opposite middle pocket. Looked like he just cued it a little bit quick. And again, as in the last frame, he missed the frame ball as well. Now, this could work out just nice. What a shot that is. Wow.
Yeah, there's one red that's not going to be straightforward, the one that's closest to the cue ball. So he's got quite a lot to do here. But just a minute or so ago, he would have been in his seat getting himself ready for the third frame. He didn't expect Ronnie to miss a sitter into the middle pocket, but as I say, it's not a straightforward clearance by any means here.
Yeah, go up for the red near the green now. But the problem ball, as you said, is the one closest to the left-hand side cushion. But if he gets a nice angle on green or brown here, he can,
14.
when potting this red, you can get right up close to that red. So important that he doesn't come too straight on the brown here or the green. Well, it looks like he's screwing back up for pink. I thought it might have been better
15.
to go for a ball colour. And the only problem about that shot is he can come too straight on the pink. And that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, in an ideal world, he'd love to get the white somewhere near where I put the other little white there. And he might be able to do that from the pink off the back cushion here and down past the red. But anywhere over that side of the table, anywhere near the other little white there. And I think he's not sure if he can do it from the pink, but I think he can just about do this. That's still okay, as long as he got over that side. I mean, it's a little more difficult now. He's going to need the extension on the rest, the extension on the cue.
This could be a big moment in the match already, Dennis. He doesn't have to do much with the cue ball, just drop the red in. He knows he's going to be on the black, so give the red a chance to get into the pocket. Just play it dead weight. Yeah. Now here's the angle on the black.
22.
It's not the best angle in the world, is it?
Yeah, that's why he had a quick glance at the pink, but it's not the correct angle either. Now, he's got tremendous cue power. Watch this with topspin and side to try and get round for the yellow. And that's a terrific shot. It really is. From that angle, it's terrific.
29.
Didn't play that too well.
31.
Wanted to come out and get it away from the cushion with the cue ball. Now, key shot. Brown swinging around the angles and anywhere close to this blue, and he'll have it into the corner pocket. Big shot, this.
Needs to pull up a little bit. It's gone a little bit too far for the middle part. He can still pot it, but had he been straight on this blue, it would have been no problem. Now he's got to go in and out of the balk area. Well, that's easy there, but Ronnie missed. As you say, Ken, this could be quite a turning point in this match.
Yeah, had a chance in the first frame to steal it. Oh,
49.
Well, I thought the cue ball was going to travel and get closer to this side cushion, so black for a brilliant steal. What a clearance from Mark Selby.
Mark Selby.
56 break when Ronnie looked like he was going to win the frame. Mark Selby pounces, wins the frame, and now it's 1 frame all.
Pretty good break-off shot that Ronnie's got there. He frees 4 or 5 reds, and as long as you get the white behind the green, you're looking to try and get it tight on the cushion. That kiss on the reds has left Ronnie a chance to cut this into the middle pocket. Okay, he's almost tight on the cushion, but in fact, he's refusing it. He's playing a safety shot. So, decided on that occasion not to risk that red, and we'll find out if it was a good choice, because that's what he's looking at, and one of those reds would pot, but he's coming off the side of the pack for a safety. And just the loose red, same thing.
Yeah, not the best safety shot from Mark Selby. Left Ronnie a chance here into this left corner pocket. Oh, beautifully cued. Beautifully cued.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy, and the best thing he can do here to put that last frame out of his mind and that easy pot is to knock in a sizable contribution here, and then he'll quickly forget about that last frame.
Yes, and immediately there's no where Ronnie O'Sullivan wants to get down around the black and open the black up, and particularly those 2 reds above the black as well. That's where all the scoring is done, and that's a beautiful little shot. What a wonderful little shot that was. Had to hit the
11.
left-hand side of that red on the way up.
$12. $19. 20.
Just a little short of pace there. Wanted to be
27.
a bit straighter on this red to stay on the black.
28.
I think there might be, he's got this easy red, but there might be another red available
30.
just at the back of the bunch. We know he's got the 2 reds to the right. He's just looked at that a few times to see if it would go, the other red there.
34.
I don't think the 2 reds are a plant, but we'll know if this red pots Yeah, you can see clearly there's enough room there.
$40.
Well, he's looked a few times
42.
at this red here. It's fairly tight. It looks as if it pots. The plant's not quite on, but he's definitely had 2 or 3 looks at this. He doesn't. He's back looking at it again. He's not quite sure, but from this side it looks as if it pots, but from the other side you can see much better.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it, that you really need to be almost dead straight behind it. Now the problem with this is just sort of looking away from the pocket.
49.
It's tight enough, this red. He's looking at the plant now as well. I don't think the plant goes.
You could squeeze the plant into the pocket if he hits the first red correctly. And he did.
50.
Played it lovely. Didn't look on from that angle. As you said that, Dennis, sort of squeezed it. It's almost like a reverse plant, wasn't it? There you see.
54. $55.
Yeah, that was, again, cued beautifully. And as you said, Dennis, no better way to eradicate the bad memories of the last frame.
61.
If you can win it with one visit. It's been
62.
good stuff. Great response so far.
Yeah, you just
68.
sense that this is going to go very close, this match, because they're both queuing well. Both made a couple of little mistakes, but not that many.
69.
And look at the pot success rate of Ronnie's 97%, Mark Selby 93. Doesn't matter about the blue, he's made more than enough.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. 69.
Mark coming to the table, but buying snookers. He's gone into the lead again, has Ronnie. At the moment, he needs 3 4-point snookers.
1.
I'll tell you one thing, Mark Selby's won a few frames with needing 3 snookers, but it's a tall order.
Yeah, I suppose when you come to the table in this sort of situation, one snooker, and possibly if you can leave
8.
the red on the table, maybe a free ball, that would count as a possible 8 points. So one snooker and a free ball would be enough.
And that red that's next to the pink, if he can pot the black along with the red and black, he can get in behind that red and just roll tight in behind the pink. And he could make the first snooker very, very difficult indeed, because he could hide that red up the
16.
table and get tight in behind the pink in a couple of shots' time.
$17.
Can't do that now. He's not on the black to be able to leave that shot.
He's played that very well, hasn't he? Now, If you can
24.
try and knock the red off the side cushion, try and get it close to the blue, and try and get that cue ball in behind the pink, he's really got to not only get the snooker, but put that red in a very difficult position. Try and get it behind somewhere near the blue. Oh, just decelerated on the
24.
on the backswing there, and didn't get anywhere near. He wanted to do it with the cue ball. That cue ball was supposed to go behind the pink. He's having a little smile to himself, but.
He's finished up getting the snooker behind the brown, which was the last thing he thought would happen.
Just took the paint off it.
Yeah, he played it that way, Ronnie. He didn't want to sort of hit it hard, miss the red, and then leave a free ball. And there's Ronnie's good friend, Damien Hirst. He was here for his first match against Mark Williams. Loves his snooker.
One artist enjoying another at work tennis.
And maybe not a bad ploy from Mark here. You know, Ronnie was in terrific form in this frame, and rather than just concede it, he thought maybe, well, I'll try and get the snookers, but I'll maybe just get him out of his rhythm a little bit.
Yeah, it's energy that Ronnie didn't want to be extenuating, that's for sure. He would have loved to have just potted that blue and won the frame from it and get on with it. He won't be enjoying this.
We've got the situation now where both players are going to be trying to get snookers. Ronnie will be trying to get one here. Now that's put the pink in a better position now next to the black for the snookers that Mark needs, but I don't think he can see enough of the red to screw across off the cushion and back in behind the pink and black. He'd have to avoid the pink with the red. He might just be able to do that. That just played the delicate one. He's still got the snooker though. Oh, is there a little gap? There's always a gap for some reason. And that's knocked the green into a better position for the snookers that Mark needs. 3 4-point snookers he needs at the moment.
Yeah, a bit surprised from Ronnie there. I thought he might have played the red into the black and try and split that pink and black away from each other, because it is a big target. But now a chance for him to knock this red into the left centre.
Thank you.
We'll have one more frame before the mid-session interval, and it's an intriguing encounter already.
Nine.
Both players cueing very well, both making just the odd mistake.
12. $16.
A little bit of power needed here if he wants to get on the pink. Doesn't matter about missing the blue. So it was that earlier break of 69 that paved the way for Ronnie O'Sullivan to take this third frame, and he now leads 2 frames to 1. 2009.
Yeah, all the matches have come in the final, haven't they? Quite incredible. 8 Masters titles between the two of them.
And another test for a long putt for Ronnie. Haven't missed a long putt yet, but something on the tip there just distracted him. Beautiful. He's hit a few like that, and he makes it look so easy.
I've not seen his long ball game so good, Dennis. Not for a long, long time. And anyway, I mean, 100% so far, and everyone hits so sweetly.
9.
Just cued him in absolutely beautifully.
Well, he needs one more red after the black. And that red next to the pink looks as if it goes into the corner. Or does one at the back? There must be
16.
one of the reds goes. Yeah, the one next to the pink. This will give him a 3-1 lead if it goes in.
17. $19.
You know, I thought when Mark Selby won that second frame that it might have unnerved Ronnie O'Sullivan, but in fact he's actually gone up a gear. It was all great champion
27.
steel. He's responded superbly well in these couple of frames.
28.
Yeah, winning the third frame virtually with one visit eradicated that frame before from his mind, and he does look very focused now.
35. 36.
Best of 11 though, so 3-1 is a nice lead to have, but you know, there's an awful long way to go. And you know what Mark Selby's like, he'll never ever give up.
42.
Proved that in the World Championship when he was behind against Ronnie, come
43.
storming back against him to win it 18-14. But it's good all-round snooker we're watching here from both players. And there's an all-round positional shot.
50. Thank you.
No, this is
51.
great stuff.
And a packed crowd here, Ken. Absolutely loving this match.
Yeah, great atmosphere.
58.
Well, he won't be bothered about missing the yellow. Mark Selby says that's enough for me. And they go off for their mid-session interval. And it's Ronnie O'Sullivan who holds the lead. He leads by 3 frames to 1.
Well, you can hear a pin drop at the moment in Alexander Palace.
50.
Packed house here, and It looks as if they're going to have a classic here, the way Mark is set off after the mid-session interval. Oh, what's he done here? It needs to keep
54.
going. And if the green doesn't go, can he just get past the red? Just.
$61.
Now, was that a kick? I'm not quite sure,
Mark
but
Selby,
you wouldn't
61.
think Mark was flying along there. He wouldn't miss a shot. Surely that easy. He must have got a kick there. Yeah, it straightened up the red. Okay, he didn't stick Ronnie up there, but he was only a few more pots away from taking this fifth frame.
Yeah, he only needed just red and black. He's shaking his head. He's very disappointed. Just sort of went straight, didn't it? He's reluctant to play a safety shot off it. The pack of 4 reds just below the pink, but the only other alternative is try and clip the red that's close to the bottom right hand corner pocket, but it's dangerous and could go wrong. He's caught at quarter ball, and it's not the best safety shot in the world, and he's left Ronnie. Okay, this is difficult red into the bottom left-hand corner pocket, but what he's been playing, you'd have to fancy he's going to get this. And the red goes at the bottom of those 4 reds into the bottom right-hand corner pocket, and he's perfect on the blue.
Well, this could be a huge turning point in this match, because Mark Selby, without that heavy contact,
6.
would certainly have taken the frame. Now he's got to sit and wait and see what this man can do. And one good cannon here
7.
can open everything up. Hasn't worked out unless there's a plant there. You could play that
14.
9 times out of 10, and they would split a lot better than that. It was only the green that seemed to move. He's trying to force the plant, and he's got it.
15.
Puff of the cheeks after pulling off that difficult plant, but the red and green are awkward. No, that wasn't a kick. That was a lapse in concentration.
15.
I think he was way ahead of himself. Just took his concentration off that shot. Yeah, up until that shot, Ronnie's focus has been superb. He just took his eye off the pot there.
Eight. 9.
Yeah, you didn't see that one coming, did you?
Yeah, I think Ronnie was way ahead of himself, wasn't he? He was thinking about the red and the green and how he was going to go about bringing them into play, and then just got down and missed a sitter.
17.
That's one way of bringing the difficult red and green into play. Yellow only available into one corner because of the pink.
24.
Doesn't really matter about the yellow.
24.
Ronnie stays in his seat. He
Mark
had a bit of a chance there, but what a sitter he missed. And Mark Selby, might be relieved that Ronnie didn't pinch that frame, and he's only one behind now at 3-2. That's a better break off from Mark this time, but that was a good point because Ronnie, do you remember he jumped over the black against Mark Williams? He was in two minds there and just carried on, played the shot instead of doing what John in the studio said there, get up and get back down again. It's a bit like a golf shot. If you're not right, step away and come back.
Yeah, absolutely. Another tester here for Ronnie. He hasn't missed one of these yet. He hasn't missed it. His one-ball game has been superb. 100%. 100% from both players. It's unusual after 5 frames.
Yeah, I just said it was a better break-off shot from Mark Selby because he didn't hit the blue, and the way Ronnie's going, it might be the only shot he plays in this frame.
Seven.
Yeah, above the blue line. Nicely positioned to get down on this red and easily get around by the black.
12. Thirteen. $20. 21.
'Might be an idea to try and get on the pink off this red because that will clear the path to the red to the left of the black.
29.
The left of the pack of reds. He's gone down for the black. Got a nice angle now. He's played a lovely cannon there. And with a beautiful angle there just to play that nice delicate little cannon.
36. 37.
Again, a wonderful little shot, very nicely controlled, just brushing off the pack of reds, getting the right side of the blue, and bringing another red into play. He's going to need one more good split on the reds.
42.
He's got to win the frame from this position.
43.
Yeah, he lost the second frame after making a 50-odd break, but he bounced straight back with a 69. And the frame after, he missed a fairly easy shot, but you can see him just practicing his back arm, so...
Thank you.
Yeah, I think he preferred
49.
to go into this. He's obviously contemplating potting the red, but I think better to go into them off the blue really here than the black.
50.
And he's absolutely perfect. That was a lovely shot.
Just got to be careful he doesn't hit them too hard and send the red in. It could have finished a little better than that. I'm not
55.
sure if one of the two reds goes, he's okay. Yep, just about.
56.
That pink was on, you know, and he just got a little... The red just slid off the pink and may have just knocked it into an unputtable position, but he still got the black. Oh. Just about gravity took over there, Dennis.
63.
Yeah, we'll show you that one again, and just over 4 minutes to get to this stage.
64.
And we always give it a mention when he made that maximum break way back in 1997 in 5 minutes and 20 seconds. I mean, he's just the wrong side of the blue line there, as you can see, but he's already got a substantial lead. So it didn't really matter all that much. He's 69 ahead, 67. It looks
69.
like from the break-off shot, as I said, he's sat in his chair.
Thank you. 70.
He's made a 70 break in over 5 minutes. He must
77.
be slowing down, Dennis. It's been superb.
78.
When you think about that maximum, how did he do it in 5 minutes and 20 seconds? That was just out of this world. It may never be beaten, that record.
It used to take Terry Griffiths that amount of time just to
85.
break off, didn't it?
Quiet. 86. $92. 93.
Oh, nice little kiss on the red there. And the only thing that's been missing here is a century break. Black for this first century. Fantastic.
100.
That's his 805th century break in his career.
100.
Well, the red has not gone in, but a wonderful, magnificent century from O'Sullivan. Secures the 6th frame.
He still now leads by 4 frames to 2. But this man's long ball game has been top quality this afternoon as well.
One.
If you leave the ball short from that balk line, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, the fact that there was so much safety played, you know, when he got a chance,
5.
he's knocked the long one in. So, and that's the key, being able to do that sometimes, have long bouts of safety, and then when you get a chance, knock a long one in. Now,
6.
there's one red might just go here, and that's why he's playing the pink and left-handed again. I mean, he did it too well. But this will certainly open things up. But what a key shot coming up now.
12.
That will go. Not an easy pot, but he's going to automatically cannon the red and could free a few more here.
Oh, what a shot he's played there. That's an absolute gem. Great shot. Tough
19.
pot, but have a look at the position.
Well, he's potted most of these balls with his opposite hand in this effort. Another left-handed shot coming up.
20.
And that's not where he intended. It was tough to get into the black and reds from the blue. He decided to try and leave a nice brown, but there's still enough for him to pot the blue and just come up past the pink. But he decided, if I can get a good angle on the brown, I could get to the reds, but he can't now. Or is he screwed in off?
Oh.
And it's a free ball.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 20.
What a careless mistake that is. I mean,
Selby, 4.
he was just taking the 4 points and then just going to play a safety shot. And
Free ball.
to screw into the middle pocket and leave a free ball. amazing because he wasn't doing anything with the white. He was just going to play a safety shot. So he could have put the white anywhere. So every chance for Mark Selby in a couple of shots time. He can get those reds into play. Yeah, he's got an angle on the brown to come off the side cushion and straight into the reds.
One.
Yeah, anywhere past that middle pocket.
Yeah, that's the sort of line he'd be looking at if he can pot the brown and a little bit of right hand side. He could bring the two reds and the black into play here.
Oh,
did he try to screw directly into them, Ken? Didn't seem on that.
it looked like it, didn't it? He tried to almost arc around the blue there and didn't get enough on it. Just have a look at the cue ball here. Tried to arc it around the blue. And the screw just didn't take enough. But he's left himself, I mean, bridging over the blue here.
Yeah.
He's got to use the spider. He's got to be very careful here. Try and keep that red beside the black. Yeah, it's always difficult. Doesn't want to leave a free ball here now as well.
A miss.
And I think that's what he's done.
Free ball.
Wow.
Mark Selby 5. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
Well, quite an incredible frame, and what an important frame. Just 1 point, the difference.
Green ball.
As we mentioned a few times, a huge frame. And I think both players know that, and that's why we're having a few mistakes here. They know the importance of this frame. And, well, Vicky certainly knows the importance. She knows the game as well as Mark does. Great pool player is Vicky.
The pink's going to come to Mark's rescue there. Now, Ronnie has to bring the red that's tied to this black cushion into play. He's got to be careful with the safety shot. Yeah. I think he's left Mark, not the first red on the way down, but certainly the second one.
It's a bit of a guide, Ken, to get to the potting angle here. I think he definitely can just see about enough of it, and you think if he misses the blue and the red, he'd go very close to cutting this in.
Well, he's got second prize. Just about see the edge of this red here.
That's a beauty.
Excellent shot. Nice gesture from Mark Selby, top of the table, and appreciation. That was a great safety shot.
A gesture from...
A gesture.
From the gesture from Leicester. Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say, Dennis.
It really is such a tense affair, this frame. Well played. I say well played, but good escape. But we've seen Ronnie knock quite a few long balls in. Can he get another one? Wobbled a few times, but another cracking long pot. By far the longest frame of the match, over 27 minutes. Oh, this is not easy. But he made it look easy.
Well, that was actually a much better shot than his previous one. Okay, the long pot was good, but that was better. There was a lot more pressure on that shot. He cued it in.
8.
Needs to slow up this cue ball. He could have played that better. Now will he drop the green into the centre, take on the mid-range yellow? That puts the green back on its spot, of course, makes life a bit easier, but this is virtual, you would say, shot for the frame.
And that one
16.
wobbled a little bit as well, but we're watching one artist on the table, and there's another, Damien Hirst. He'll be delighted to see his good friend playing like this.
20. $25.
An intriguing 7th frame. Frame that could have gone either way, but in the end, Ronnie O'Sullivan takes it, and he's now just 1 frame away from victory. He leads Mark Selby 5 frames to 2.
Never any doubt.
32.
They really do get involved here, this Ali Pali crowd. And that's the beauty of this venue. You know, we used to go to the Wembley Conference
33.
Centre, held up to nearly 3,000 people, but they're a long way from the table, a lot of the spectators. Here, they're so close. Tell you what, you wouldn't think he was 5-2 behind.
No.
36.
Nice positional shot.
$37.
Okay, so the black puts him 30 points ahead. 2 reds, 2 blacks will be 46. He's going to need one of those reds, left-hand side cushion.
45.
He'll have a quick look at the scores, if he's not already done so. I think the furthest one out, he's just having a look at that now. I think that does pop,
52.
doesn't it? So you won't have to disturb any reds.
This is typical Mark
53.
Selby, you know, back right against the wall, and all of a sudden he produces this. Fantastic.
Okay.
Going to need the extended rest and the extension on his cue, but
60.
he's 46 ahead, so just make sure of the red, and he's got 1 frame back. Still a long way to go, but he's on the first rung of the ladder.
$68.
And that puts the frame beyond doubt. Nicely developing that red out into
potable position, and you can just drop this red in. If it's tight to the side cushion, so it makes it a little bit easier. It looks tight.
Mark
Try to
Selby,
bang his
68.
foot. Ronnie having a look at the scores. He's 54 behind with 43 remaining.
Yeah, frame
Yeah,
conceded.
he said
frame
it's
Mark
enough.
Selby.
Ronnie gives the nod to referee Amber Haas, and a wonderful 68 break from Mark Selby. Cuts the deficit, but it's O'Sullivan who still leads by 5 frames to
marginally quicker than I remember
frame
from
9.
watching him previously. That
O'Sullivan
would be
to
the way
break.
to put it.
Okay, but the claim has begun.
And it's Ronnie's turn to make a poor break-off shot and catch the blue, but he hasn't left anything. And now the blue's finished up where it is there. It's a big target to get in behind now. Now let's keep an eye on Mark Selby's head. Steve Davis was talking about maybe just getting up a little bit sooner than he normally does. He always moves around a little bit on the shot when he's addressing the ball. It's something he's always done, not as much as he used to. Now this would be a confidence booster if he can punch this one in. This was a superb shot at that pace. He is quite remarkable when he's so far behind.
8.
You can see his head just moving around slightly and his body slightly, but he's always done that.
What an opening red.
16.
His attitude when he is behind. He's done it so many times that
17.
it almost becomes second nature to him. He can somehow win this frame in one visit. Wow. That would certainly put a few doubts into Ronnie's mind.
24.
He hasn't done much wrong.
Yeah, he's sitting there,
25.
Ronnie, and he's just thinking, well, all I want is one chance the way I'm playing, one chance, and I'm in the semi-final. But at the moment, you can't pot balls if you're sitting in that seat.
$32. 33. 40.
Well, it's 5 reds, 5 blacks already. But I'm sure Mark Selby, you're just thinking about winning the frame from this visit. And that
41.
tells you straight away that he is purposely playing for the pink into the right centre. The red below the pink will pot into the bottom right corner pocket. pink will go in the blue spot. And he'll be back up for the
47.
pink here with a nice angle, hopefully, to split the reds. One
48.
good split now of this, Dennis, and we may be looking at 5-4.
You would think he was leading 5-3 the way he's playing here at the moment. And that could be very unlucky unless that red at the back of the little bunch goes. He's very
54.
unfortunate. You could play that same shot another 10 times and you'd finish on at least 1 or 2 reds. I mean, very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that he didn't bring more reds into play there.
Yeah, that's very, very tight. And the fact he's 54 in front, if he's not absolutely sure that he can pot this red, he's got to put a telling safety in. He'd like to keep the break going. He might have to play it with a little touch aside, but
I think if he was dead straight behind that red, I think he could pot it, because he just flick a little bit of right hand side on just to straighten up the angle.
is he trying a double here? Can he see enough of the red? He's trying the double. He's got the double.
55.
What a shot. Fantastic. And he's played it in a wonderful way. I mean, look where the cue ball has landed. He sort of played it very cleverly as a shot to nothing.
And once again, well, he's still got a pot on, but he's been a bit unfortunate for the white to go
62.
tight on the side cushion. He's good cueing this one. He's only a couple of pots away from getting another frame back, and at 5-4, it's game on again.
He's got to cue this in, and he's coming.
63.
Played it superbly well. That was an excellent shot.
Oh, he didn't quite get the cannon, and he's not safe just yet. There's still enough there for Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's a strong,
70.
strong favourite in this frame now, but if that little cannon had worked, it was end of frame. This was the one here. He just caught it a bit thinner than he wanted. But as I mentioned, those colours with the blue up there is quite a good target to try and get in behind.
Mark Selby, 70.
Well, look how the reds are now. So Ronnie O'Sullivan's not quite out of this frame just yet. One mistake from Mark, and there's a counter-attack on. There's not a ball safe on the table at the moment.
I think he may be able to have a go with this red into the left-hand corner pocket. There is a gap between red and black back down towards the table. Needs a bit of luck here. No.
Well, tell you what, he's knocked so many long balls in. Because he's so far behind, he'll take this on. If this goes in, he's got a bit of a chance.
What a shot that is. And just look at the kiss he got on the red as well. Purposely played. Free up the pink.
7.
That red that's gone close to the side cushion, Dennis, that's not going to be a problem for Ronnie O'Sullivan because he's so good left-handed.
8.
Surely Mark Selby can't make a 70 break and lose a frame. And of course, it's not only the frame, it would be the match, but you wouldn't put it past his opponent. Ronnie O'Sullivan relishes
15.
this sort of situation.
$16.
Didn't want the kiss on the black, but he's okay. He can drop the pink in.
$22. $23.
Oh, that's a great shot. Fantastic shot, Dennis.
In a cute angle as well.
Wow.
30.
What a climax we could have to this match. Because the red
31.
is okay. Ronnie can switch hands if he drops in behind this last red. He's got the perfect angle to do that. Well, what a finish this could be.
Mark 38.
Knows that this is finished a little awkward here. The blue, which was knocked up there at the start of the frame, could be a little awkward. This next shot got to make
46.
sure he doesn't snooker himself with the blue.
48.
This has been absolutely sublime so far.
This could be one of the best
51.
frames ever seen. Having said that, he hasn't got on the brown as he wanted. He's got to go all the way around the table now. Where's the cue ball? Keep your eye on the cue ball.
55.
Well, where does he play it? In the middle or up into the corner?
It's there, but he's still got a little bit to do.
60.
Another good shot needed. Mark made a 70 break. Incredible.
66.
Absolutely incredible. Can you believe it? Ronnie O'Sullivan has pulled off one of the finest clearances you could ever wish to see. Mark Selby made a magnificent 70 break. It looked like he was going to be one frame behind in the end with that brilliant clearance. Ronnie O'Sullivan takes the match, a fantastic match, 6 frames to 3.
As we have ever seen any time. How did you rate it?
Yeah, it was there, you know, it was a good first red, but, you know, under the pressure, I suppose it was all right. But I was never going to refuse a shot, you know, I just thought I've got to try and clear up from me, otherwise, you know, that was a chance, you know.
You look and seem an awful lot happier about that performance than what we saw the other day against Mark, yeah?
I'm just, I mean, I don't feel great, to be honest with you, but I'm just trying to kid myself that I'm confident, you know. I'm trying to play with confidence, even though I'm really not confident in
Yeah, it shows. It's just unbelievable.
Well, I can sit here and lie, but I can't, you know, but you know, you're not going to win this tournament by playing negative, playing bad, digging yourself in a hole. I need to kind of try and find something. So unless I start playing as if I'm confident, then I've probably got no chance. And that probably just won me the game.
Just have a look down there. We've got a score sheet down there. That all them blue numbers, that's what you scored.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I know, but
including your 60th Masters century since what, 1994. I mean, the milestones keep coming and coming. But you know, 5-2 up. Did you expect the Selby onslaught? Were you prepared for that? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and it was weird because when I didn't play in the UK. I was obviously working on it, and I watched a lot of snooker, and you know, I had to watch every one of Mark's games, and you know, he plays like, you know, granite against everybody. So I kind of stopped taking it a bit personal after that, because I just thought it was just against me that he done it. But you know, he never really gives you an easy opening, you know, and he is the hardest match player on the circuit. And I just thought, you know, just keep trying to just pop balls and see what happens at the end.
In a curious sort of way, Ronnie, was it easier to get up to face Mark than it is to face anybody else because you know what he's capable of?
No, not really. Anyone that's in this tournament's capable of, you know, doing unbelievable things on the table. So there is no easy matches in this tournament, and you know, it looks like I might have to play John because he's on fire. Can't wait to play John when he's playing well.
Well, it's John Higgins against Stuart Bingham on Friday night, so you're not going to know until quite late on the Friday night who it's going to be. But you know, when you prepared for this one compared with Mark Williams the other day, was there you admitted there was a touch in there the other day about coming back to the big time. Did you feel more comfortable today, Ronnie?
Yeah, I felt a little bit more relaxed today. Yeah, I felt a bit more comfortable out there.
But that standard you produced, I mean, you probably are aware that most of the players in the game would come in the studio after that and go, that was one of the best matches they've played. So you're a hard taskmaster in yourself in a way, because what we saw was brilliant.
Not really, because I missed a red in the middle. You know, when you're playing and you're trying to just squeeze past the tight ball. When you're playing well, they're just flying. But when you're struggling, mate, you think, oh, you know.
All right, well, let's put it the other way. Let's put it the other way. What were you most happy with today, then?
Just my attitude. Right. My attitude was fantastic. You know, 4 or 5 years ago, I'd have been out of there at 6-1, 6-2 at home, just, you know, trying to forget about how rubbish I felt at the table. But today I just thought, no, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, just keep foot to the pedal all the way to the end, and then just see what happens. You know, because it can turn around. I know that. So I'm just trying to hang in there.
How far away are you then? How far away from you from playing at your pitch?
Essex is not that far.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to come this tournament, to be honest with you, because I just feel like I'm struggling with my technique. I'm so offline on certain shots that I'm just sort of like, it's just the occasion and the competitive instinct in me that's making me try and, you know, find something from somewhere. But I'm not cruising like, you know, where you're just kind of just flicking through the gears. I'm having to, like, you know, I'm like, I've gone to the well. I'm at the well every time, you know, I'm giving it everything I've got.
That's a nice one to win as well, isn't it? If you can do it in that respect.
Yeah, of course it is, but it's nice to just cruise through as well, you know.
But a match like that, you know, something that's really entertained us, that's given us a few thrills, that's brought some really great form out in you. Does, you know, your decision to come back, and I know you've talked about your back and everything and being not able to defend a couple of your titles, but does it vindicate your decision to come back and to keep playing? Do you get a buzz out of a day like today?
Yeah, this is fantastic. You know, great occasion, great crowd, great tournament. You know, and if you can't enjoy this, then you know you shouldn't be doing. You know, shouldn't be playing the game really. So,
I think the people appreciate it. There's literally hundreds outside the window here, all waving to her all at the same time. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, they all loved it, and we loved it too, Ronnie. It's been a fantastic afternoon. Rest up, and we will see you in the semi-finals.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well done, mate.